Hi, baby. I'm back.
Call of Duty is a title that's been around for decades.
Call of Duty's been the #1 game for the last 16 years in the US.
In order for the product to feel innovative, the marketing has to deliver on that innovation as well.
We can't just keep going back to the same playbook.
Because the expectations of the community are always here, and we have to go one notch higher.
Is it a push? Absolutely.
Gamers are a very unique audience. We have to find them in unique places. They're in communities that are gated, and you have to have permission to enter into those communities. When we started approaching our partner at GIPHY, how can we show up in an authentic and innovative way that really just stopped people in their tracks?
In this case, we were looking for a side door into platforms that people don't necessarily think of as like traditional ad placement. So it was really like, come with us on this journey and help us bring this idea to life.
GIPHY really understood the essence of Call of Duty, and they were able to connect with our community.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Kevin's replacer. He's off playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
The replacer was actually part of some of our old campaigns. We thought, okay, how can we bring back this iconic character?
It is part of the ritual of Call of Duty that people change their life in order to play the game. And so how can we kind of tap into that insight and show we have this guy who will replace you in your everyday life so you can play Call of Duty?
I replace you so you can play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Partnering with GIPHY and creating something that was fully unique is just so critical in breaking through in an oversaturated market. They were willing to really get in the trenches and work on something that had that power.
Let's not just make GIFs of the replacer. Let's actually try to have the replacer replace GIFs that people expect to find on GIPHY.
My goal for the campaign was to create something the audience was not expecting.
We know that our community really responds well to humor.
We created over 40 different spots in this campaign, and then we infiltrated, culture in different ways. It allowed us to do something that we've never done before and that I haven't seen in the market before.
Mittens, you did this to yourself.
GIPHY had the ability to provide data insight, so we understood where our audience would be looking for GIFs that they use.
We were trying to get such high usage that we would naturally show up in the GIPHY keyboard. That's a really special way to get to someone. And what's nice about GIPHY is you can see the engagements happening in real time.
GIPHY is one of the few platforms where you're not just watching an ad, right? You're actually experiencing and engaging and being able to pass it along to a friend. It was about tapping into culture, shareability, really thinking about humor. And that's really what made GIPHY different than the other partners that we're working with.
As soon as we launched it, if you just opened up like X, for example, that it was just a flood of people using the GIFs right away.
There were a lot of indicators, but something that just broke through to me personally was I went home and my own family said, we saw the replacer. And I asked them where, and they're like, yeah, he's on GIPHY. And I just knew that we had something special.
One of the things that GIPHY and Call of Duty share is that social connection, right? It's about connecting with each other. It's about expressing yourself.
You still see the GIFs showing up. So I think as soon as you saw the community embracing them and using them, you kind of knew this is gonna work. Marketing works best when it connects with people, right? Like that's why we're all in a business that is really sort of arcing around how do you tell a great story.
We have these marketing pillars of stature, swagger, and scale. Great work to me, goes back to those marketing pillars, really thinking about standing out, really thinking about breaking through in culture, and really reaching as many people in your audience as possible.
Real work has that impact where it gets to people, right? The rest comes, I think, when you do that part right.